Yes, to all of those. Yeah, I think we were all just incredibly excited to kind of try and realise this extraordinary vision. You know, I mean, I think, as he said when we first started talking about it, it was in this kind of very naturalistic setting. And then, as he explained to all of us the kind of the concept behind his idea, I think we just sort of all went, well, why not? And yeah, it is always very difficult to find, to make a very stylistic film, but keep that kind of emotional core to it. And that was always the challenge all the way through. But it's always interesting to have a challenge.
Was it intimidating to play Anna Karenina with knowing the people who had played her before? Did you see those films at all, or did you not?
I had seen the Greta Garbo version and a version that was done on BBC TV, I think in 2001, with Helen McCrory. So I'd seen both of those, but only when I was a teenager. And weirdly, I think any role is intimidating. I think with this one, it wasn't as frightening as Elizabeth Bennet in Pride and Prejudice. That was really scary. And I think, you know, I think it's because with Elizabeth Bennet, that's a character that people love, you know, and women particularly, they see themselves as Elizabeth Bennet. They want to be Elizabeth Bennet, as I did when I was a kid. With Anna Karenina, people don't tend to want to be her for obvious reasons, so that makes her a little less frightening.
Jude, I'm going to ask you the next question. Very different role for you. When I think of Jude Law, I think of very kind of relaxed, friendly, outgoing. This is a very patriarchal role, very stiff role. Must have been a lot of fun to do.
I don't know whether I'd say fun, but it was a challenge, and it was fun because it was a challenge, and fun because I was working with Joe and this wonderful team and group of people. But yeah, it's always exciting to embark on, you know, new territory and try new muscles out. And there was, as we rehearsed this and this balletic kind of rhythmic, movement-orientated piece came together, it was exciting to try and come up with a sort of foil to that almost, and find someone who was very still and hushed and powerful in his stillness and silence, and those qualities don't necessarily come naturally to me as a performer, so it was interesting to try and squeeze myself into this man. I was excited too that it was clear from the adaptation, and clear still from what Joe said, that we wanted, I think as a team, to try and find an empathy with Karenina, and that it would be too convenient to make him the bad guy, or simply the loveless one that Anna was reacting against, and that in a way that belittled the Brodsky-Anna relationship. And the wonderful thing about the novel is that all the characters are rounded and very complex, and so we were keen to give Karenina his time. Actually, my favourite moment was the payoff, really, at the very end, that you see him in softer clothes in an exterior environment with the children. And I just had to wait 5 months to film it, because we'd finished the film in bleak British winter and waited 5 months for an English summer that never came. And then we sat in a rainy field hoping for 2 minutes of sun so we could capture that moment.
We haven't seen